Hey, how y'all doing? This is Chris. I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about just like why I chose to stay company driver. Okay, I tried to lease through Swift, and it was just hell trying to make money, go home, and like trying to do everything that I can do as a company driver. I first started off with Swift as a company driver or as a student. I went there to get my CDL, and then I became a company driver, and then I just wanted to, like, I don't know, I wanted to have a faster truck, number one, and then I wanted to make more money. And like I was told about leasing, and that it was like a good idea if that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, I chose to go down that route. I think with Swift it was 68 miles per hour at the time that I could do as in a lease truck. So versus like the 60 mile per hour truck, I was trying to go as fast as I possibly could. But yeah, I was making like $1.10 per mile. I'm trying to get this lighting better. I'm in a 2019 Freightliner. The lighting isn't exactly the best. I'm trying to turn on both of them. That's a little bit better, I guess. But yeah, I was making like $1.05, $1.10 a mile, and like I would still be driving all the miles that I was driving before when I was a company driver. But now I had fuel expenses, I had all these expenses, cargo, whatever else Swift wanted, or Central Refrigerated wanted to like slam in my check and take it out of my pockets. That's what was put in there, and I don't know how much. I'm well over $1,000 a week for all my expenses, the truck payment, all of that stuff. And I was making only $1.05 a mile. Then you still have to pay taxes at the end of it. So like I would stay out on the road for like 2 or 3 months at a time, just trying to make money and not worry about that truck payment. And like, I don't know, like I didn't really hear of any other people's stories of when they wanted to go lease. But like I just wanted to make some more money when I had one lease, and that's the main reason I chose to. But now I'm back a company driver, and really I should have stayed a company driver, because like I would have had so much more money today if I would have just stayed company and then just driving as many miles as I could and just like stacking money. I would have had a lot more money today if I would have just went down that route. But yeah, like you don't, as a company driver, to me, you don't have to deal with like a lot of stresses and stuff, you know. That's my main thing. I don't want to go through like all this stress, because driving, trucking in general, to me, it's not stressful, but it, like, if you I don't know how to say it. it's not stressful, but it can cause you to have headaches though at the end of the day. And like, the fewer headaches you can have, the better, especially in this business. And like, the freight, it kept on changing when I was a lease operator. When with this company that I'm at, like, the freight is the same. We haul pretty much the same freight regardless. We don't have to go to like different customers, different shippers. I go to one yard and I drop off at the other yard. That's all I do. And it's a 1,200 mile trip. I'm doing like 600 miles every day, and I'm getting paid like a lot of money for every mile. So, and like, if I want to stay out longer, I can stay out longer, but generally they'll have you home every week if you want to. But like, since I'm driving 600 miles a day, I just want to stay out longer and make as much more money as possible. That's my ideal. But as a company driver, like, I don't know, it's just a lot better to me if unless you had like that direct customer or direct shipper or something that was giving you like $3-4 a mile or something. That's the only way, and that would have to be guaranteed for like 3 or 5 years or something. That's the only way I would ever go, like lease, purchase, or owner op or something. But and then as long as you don't have to like talk to the brokers every day or trying to book a load, and hell no, like, to me it just like, I just want to like just sit back and hold the wheel. That's all I want to do. I'm not lazy, cause like I don't know. I try to work smart, not hard. That's my thing. I just want to work smart and not hard. And with me, just holding this steering wheel, not worrying about having to call somebody, not worrying about my fuel, not worrying about like how much I'm getting paid per mile, when I'm gonna pick up the next time, when I'm gonna drop, like, without worrying about all this stuff, without worrying about what I'm gonna pay myself. And like, some that kills me, like a lot of people that go lease or something, they especially on YouTube, that they always talk about like how a company doesn't pay them good, so they wanted to go lease, so they or owner op, so they could make more money. But they always say that they pay themselves like a little bit of money though every week, which is crazy. You just left your company position and you're paying yourself less than what the company was paying you a week, just to put it back in your business. So you just went company for nothing. You said you wanted to make more money, but you paying yourself less than what the company was paying you a week. I mean, I understand the mentality though, because you want to put that money back into your business, save it up for the inevitable breakdowns. I understand all this, but like, at the end of the day, that statement's still true. Like, you said that the company wasn't paying you, you was just getting crumbs, but you paying yourself less than what the company was paying you before. Like, but like, just sitting over here, just holding the steering wheel, like, to me, you can't beat that. Like I said, I'm not lazy. Like, I try my best to knock out 600 plus miles a day. And it, like, depending on where I'm at in my route, like, I'll either take my 34 or how many ever days I want to take off at home. Because with this company, I can stay home for 4 days a week if I want to. If I'm that lazy driver, I can just stay home for 4 days a week. But what I choose to do, when I do go home, if it's nothing important, I'll take a 34-hour restart, just because I drive so many miles every day. I have to take a 34-hour restart regardless wherever I'm at, because we're guaranteed at least 600 miles every day. Guaranteed, regardless. Just because of our shipper up in Michigan, we drive it down to Texas, so it's a 1,200-mile run, and then we do the same thing going from Texas back up to Michigan. Like, but it's 600 miles every day. I try to take only a 34. Sometimes if I have my little girl, I'll take like 3-4 days off to like take her shopping or whatever. But the company to me is just a lot better. Like, especially if you're looking to like not be in trucking, like, and if you're looking to invest your money in other places, like if y'all seen on my channel, I'm in the stock market as well. I have like 2 or 3 other investments, but I'm in the stock market as well. If I'm a company driver, I can just like use whatever extra money that I have and just invest it. If I was a lease or owner operator, I'll be constantly having to like save money for breakdowns, for fuel, for the truck payment when I go home, or you know, just whatever. But I don't want to be in trucking like forever. Like, I like trucking, but it's not something that like I want to do forever. Like, to me, I love the stock market, so I fell in love with the stock market like ever since day one. If I could do that every day, all day, then I would. Yeah, that's probably the #1 reason I love trucking. Trucking has helped me find what I really love in life. Like, especially job-wise, trucking has helped me find what I really love in life. And it helps you. It helps you like invest in it as well. 'Cause all I'm doing as a company driver, just holding the steering wheel, going to point A to point B, then from point A to point B again. That's it. I'm not talking to a broker every day. I'm not worrying about where I get fuel at. I'm not worrying about like if this load is going over mountains and my gas mileage. I'm not worrying about none of that. I put this truck on cruise control and then I'm gone. That's it. Like, simple, easy. I don't do nothing else. Like, I'll be on my phone, YouTube, listening to music, like listening to a couple investing guys. Like, nothing else is going through this company driver head. Nothing else. Like, I don't have to worry about like lease operator. Like, I don't have to worry about none of that stuff. I don't have to worry about like booking my next load right. Like, I don't have to worry about when I'm gonna take home. Like, next time, am I gonna have enough money to make my truck payment? Like, yeah, like I said, like, staying company to me is the best decision. Like, if you want to own multiple trucks and all that, that's cool. But at the same time though, like, if that's not something that you want to do, and if you don't have like an idea of a direct customer or direct shipper where you're making like the big bucks, I would just stay out. If you're not making like a guaranteed $3 a mile every mile, deadhead, and I mean, I know like technically you don't get paid for deadhead as a lease or owner operator, but like if it doesn't average out to $3 or $4 like a mile, like, then like I'll just stay out of it, because like it's, to me, like, all that stress and everything that goes with it is pointless. And like, it's not worth all that. Especially if you have to worry about that truck breaking down, who gonna be on the end of paying for that? But to me, as a company driver, I don't have to worry about it. If this truck breaks, like, they're gonna throw me in probably a newer one, a better one. And this is a 2019 already, so shit. Like, say less. For real, say less. But yeah, this is why I chose to stay company driver. But yeah, this Chris, I'm out.